the occasion, Mr. Red. Not that you really need an excuse to, you know, rewatch such a good show. Good lord, that took a while to find. That wasn't a linear path. God, this game. Just reach me halfway, game. Just halfway. Be halfway a decent game. Come on, you can do it. Oh, you're reading it. Well, you poor, sad fool. It's right. By turning you into mitochondria. Yeah, actually, I haven't rewatched them since I did the rumination, which makes me sad, but, you know, what can I do? I really want to watch them with my niece when she's old enough to deal with it. And I know what you're thinking. She's not old enough? So she doesn't like violence, you know, like at all. So, I mean, picture some of the bigger battle scenes, or some of the more scenes, you know. Like, I don't think she'd be super into that. Anti-poison. I'm gonna hold on to that anti-poison for right now. Hi, Sierra Mike. I have so many medicines. Well, again, it's not really her age that's the problem. It's just what she's into. Like, my niece is plenty old to play Super Mario Bros. 1, but she doesn't like to. Because it gives her anxiety, the timer. Is that it? Yep, nope, that's all that's in here. Okay, whatever. I mean, there's a Cure D, but I don't care. Yeah, I've only seen the Shelob scene, I gotta find my way here again, basically once. And that was for the rumination. Okay. Well, this is an interesting problem to have. Okay. There we go. Jesus! Talk about blind maneuvering. Alright, and the phone's actually way over here. There it is. Cutscene. Always with the opera. Hey, Alex. Haven't seen you in a bit. What's up? Hey, Pillow Willow. Well, you're about to see exactly the type of game this is. More or less literally. I like how the tail starts moving before the mitochondria embrace it. Did you catch that? Yep, that makes all of the sense. Very logical. Happy New Year, Lex Bro. And hello, Eternal Shadow of Korax. And of all things, she's crazy! Got this chill vibe, you know, whenever we kill enemies. Enemies mutated by the mitochondria. I know that there's a joke that fiction likes to take a buzzword and just slather it over everything to explain everything about the plot. But I want to be clear, this game literally makes mitochondria the cause of everything. It's actually kind of funny. Highly unlikely, Alex. We have to finish up the museum, and then we have to do the finale. So the final day, I didn't mention this earlier, the final day is literally just the boss fight, the best boss fight. But it's a long final boss fight, and I'd like to keep the no cheat flag up, so we're probably going to be redoing it at least twice. Not a joke. Yeah, exactly, Alex. It's the quantum radiation thing again. But again, usually that's not as extreme as it's joked about, because jokes are usually more extreme than the real thing. But in this case, no, really. The mitochondria are behind everything. Okay, hang on. Subspace warp field is bouncing off the particle. One thing I'm actually amused by, and I covered this during the TNG rumination specifically, because TNG occurs across the era before, developing, and after Technobabble. Like, Technobabble has existed to some extent or another since the beginning, since all the way back in TOS, but really it wasn't until late TNG that they embraced it. That's when that actually became a thing. And we see it developing across TNG's run, like I just mentioned. Oh, okay, hang on, let's... Over here. Okay, well, that's... saves me a turn. Why don't games deliberately frustrate their players, Lunaruth? Gee, I don't know. Maybe because they don't want to deliberately frustrate their players. Besides, plenty of games deliberately frustrate their players. Holy crap. It's one of the most common defenses I tend to hear of bad gameplay design is, well, it's that way on purpose. See the aforementioned Spec Ops The Line thing. Oh my god, it makes so much sense, Robostall! I always knew. I always knew. I mean, again, valid Lunaruth, although I would still ding it for the irritation, because deliberately irritating is still irritating. And again, Spec Ops The Line was actually not deliberately bad, it was just bad. Yeah, there you go, Drakengard. If you like that sort of thing, Lunaruth, look into Drakengard. That is a game designed to be awful on purpose to get across a narrative point. Thank you, Robostall. I will put that towards AC Valhalla. Yeah, even Drakengard's music is designed to be a chaotic, unpleasant mess. And that's not me being mean, that's actually the design intent of the composer. Frankly, I think I did a better job with the accordance, but, you know, that's whatever. What the hell was that nonsense? Oh, I'm blinded. Never mind. See, that would probably be a negative Lunaruth, because that sounds like some bullcrap to me. It's kind of turn-based. It's actually an interesting merger between turn-based and real-time. I actually do like the combat system, I just have already gotten tired of it. As we're entering the 10-plus hour range at this point. Not quite. Things do kind of freeze. So there is a turn-based element to things once you, are out of, are in the middle of selecting something or whatever. But, here we go. Too fluid. Yeah, it's... So, the way the gameplay loop works is your turn comes back. It's the blue bar on the upper left. Okay, this is the second floor. Whatever. That's when you can take an action. Pretty simple, right? Pretty standard ATB thing. The catch is, while you're dodging and moving, you're regenerating your mana. And obviously you can physically just avoid attacks by just moving around them, which has its own issues, but that's neither here nor there. Once you take an action, you are committed to that action. So you may or may not have seen this happen, but for example, if I queue up an attack, I can't move or dodge or undo the attack until the attack is concluded or the enemy is killed. Once that happens, I can start moving again. So it's kind of a commit system. Right, where am I going? I am not looking forward to Triangle Strategy, I'm going to be 100% honest, but that's just because of Octopath Traveler. It would be really nice if it was actually a good game. That would be legit. Okay, so I need to get to the laboratory. It's not frustrating, it's actually a lot of fun. That's not the problem. The problem is that it doesn't have other systems designed to complement that. Why don't I like Octopath? I had to struggle to think of positives about Octopath, and that's as good of a summary as you're going to get from me. If you want a long-term, in-depth explanation, that's going to take a minute. Professor Clamp, don't move! Put your hands in the air where I can see them. Maeda? Okay, that doesn't work in real life, because she could clearly see the guy who's 10 feet in front of her. Yes, there's something I really needed to test. May I put my arms down now? No, I must kill you, Maeda. Did you come back here alone? No, Daniel came with me part of the way. Oh, where is he? Dead! I ate him! He went to look for something at the hospital. He should be on his way here. Oh. There haven't been any combustions recently, so... Anyway, I asked Wayne to make this back at the station. Please use it. What is it? I'll have to explain later. But I believe it'll have some effect against Eve and the creatures she controls. Thank you. Just have to wait and see what it does. Yeah, sure. That's cool. I'm cool. Maeda's gun. Attack damage. 1. Came across some findings, yes. First of all, there was blood serum with Maya's name labeled on it in the freezer. My sister's name, and? Well, the research code for it was called Eve. Eve? Then Eve really is. It appears to have been made up of liver cells. He was culturing them in the past. What do you mean? What for? I don't know. There isn't any data left. But it seems Dr. Clamp has been culturing them for years. Recently, it appears he was conducting research on artificial sperm. For Eve, of course. He wanted to exclude the mitochondria from the sperm and create new sperm. Sperm with no parasites. Sperm with only the nucleus. That's not how any of that works. Yes, he took the sperm that he created here and moved it to the hospital. There he would artificially inseminate... What? Those who would volunteer for the experiment. That was what the HLA list was for. Professor Clamp! Dun dun dun! Ikemer's go. Dun 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 dun. You ordinary beings. Great way to start a conversation. You ordinary beings will never comprehend my level of research. I have removed mitochondria from cells, and somehow they have continued to function and exist, which is actually a feat. That's incredible. I am impressed just by that right there. Like, how the hell? Thank you, Edward Bedore, very much. I will go ahead and put that down for Deus Ex Human Revolution. Claude. Okay, so... Professor, I'm placing you under arrest as the ringleader of this operation. What you did. This isn't something you can get away with. Do you understand? You are pathetic, Brea. Why put yourself in the human domain? by reciting meaningless laws. They're meaningless, do you understand? Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him! What is wrong with you? Listen to how he's talking. Shoot him! You're a cop who has hunted down the prime suspect who is acting very suspiciously and aggressively in a hostile and indeed combat situation. Shoot him! At least shoot him in the leg. Okay, hang on. I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh my god. I got literally got some like speck of something in my eye because it was so stupid. I think it's a mitochondria that's rebelling against my negatives. It's just a hair. It's a hair of mitochondria. The mitochondria won't let her shoot. Your mitochondria has special powers, doesn't it, Aya? But sadly, you still have the form of a human being, don't you? You can say all you want, but I'm here to arrest you, Professor Clamp. I'm not letting you interfere with Eve, you hear? Do you understand? Aya, look out. You remember at the beginning of the game when Aya just body blocked that guy out of the way? You know, you remember that? Those were good times. But no, we had to be saved by Daniel because we didn't see the scalpel he was approaching us with. Why did you know? Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I'm just gonna leave that dialogue on the screen for a second. In fact, I'm tempted to replace the thumbnail with that. Just you idiot. Oh my god. Just, Okay. Thank you, Edward Bador, again. I'm going to leave that on screen while I bow. Thank you very, very, very much. Oh. Thank you. I will put that also towards Deus Ex Human Revolution. Much appreciate. Much obliged. Thank you. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Blue of Alex. I got nothing. This is dumb. Oh yeah, speaking of which, negative for this scene. This is a bad scene. I can make fun of it, and I can laugh at it and be over the top, or we can give it a negative and move on. This scene sucks. Moving on. Give me a sec. I'm actually gonna make the new thumbnail out of this. I'm not joking. Yeah, the Seymour wedding is probably the biggest example of cutscene incompetence I've ever seen in a Square game at the least. It might not be the biggest example in a game, period, but it's certainly up there. Make sure the text is nice and visible. Premiere run up here. This is Premiere run. Make sure the text is visible again. There we go. No, it's a dumb scene, Benicia. I know we gave it a negative last time. If we ever re-review it, we might actually, since we have the new system, we might actually give that scene multiple negatives. Because that seems dumb. Like, we always talk about the idea that the Kai Lang field infects us from beyond the game. I think we've reached the point at which the mitochondria is starting to infect other games. Thank you, Jaron Dauphine. I love the comment. I don't know, the game wouldn't let me shoot him. The game wouldn't let me shoot. What really irritates me is the entire game, everyone has been terrified of this dude. Like, just this random idiot moron who's got delusions of grandeur. He's some tweedy scientist. And the entire game, the game has been building him up to be this horrifying person of just doom. I will put that towards Ride to Hell Retribution. Thank you. It didn't seem real. It felt more like he's conscious again. It felt more like what? Exactly. Dulles to the rescue, huh? Officer Dulles, why didn't you shoot me? What? I know you hate me. What do you want to say, huh? Of course I hate you, because of you, Lorraine's... Lorraine? So I see your boy managed to escape. You. I should have killed you way back. Someday you're gonna pay for this. Ha ha ha. We'll see, we'll see. What are you planning to do, Professor? Look at his face. What I love is that this guy, I want to remind you, is the author self-insert. I'm not making that up. Ha 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 ha. You'll love this. I'm waiting for the birth of the ultimate being. The mitochondria is passed on from the mother, but you see, traces from the father can also be found in minute quantities. According to Eve, her sister in Japan was unable to aim her ultimate goal because the father's side of the mitochondria caused rebellion. For Eve to succeed this time, I created sperm without the male mitochondria DNA. The creation was a success. Eve is now pregnant. Oh my God. Eve is now pregnant with Melissa's body. Prego. Prego. How could that be possible? Good question. Aya, we gotta go kill Eve. You humans are so weak, so stupid. You may have been able to barge in here and do things your way until now, but things are going to change. I won't let you interfere with Eve anymore. Eve, can you hear me? You don't have to wait anymore. I'm ready. And then he deliberately lets Eve kill him. So I see, your mitochondrial power doesn't allow you to burn. Why? Why stay here and try to save me? Oh, I'm just double tapping. First of all, I'm a cop and it's my job. After all, I am human. Like I said, humans are pathetic. Clamp key. What would happen if my inventory was full for that cutscene? Which it now is, it's worth noting. So we're going to drop another tool. Okay, well, he's turbo dead. Let's go to third floor. Oh my God, you're right. Mitochondria are what powered Kai Lang all along. After all, this was before even Mass Effect came out. Mass Effect 1. That's terrifying. It's supposed to be an iguana, Edward Bidor. According to the enemy name, I should clarify. So now I have to carry 2 plot items, which are just... God, this inventory problem is terrible. You might wonder why I have so much healing inventory. I'm about to fight 1, 2, 3, 4 bosses in a row. And I'm not sure how much of a pause point I have in between, but I definitely am not going to have a chance to go get healing items in between, so... Hey, hazardous. Where am I going? This way, maybe? That is a good scene, Lauder. Mass Effect 2 had a lot of good renegade, well, interrupts. Some renegade, some Paragon. I still stand by the statement that the interrupt system in general is one of the better systems in, like, RPGs, and I cannot believe other games haven't come up with an interrupt mechanic since then. Scan is exactly what it usually does, it's just kind of useless in this case, because it's not like you have elemental damage or, you know, different types of attacks. It's just, hey, this is what their HP and stats are, in case you were wondering. This is the game, Parasite Eve, yes. Is it any good? Well, the score so far is net negatives. As a quick reminder, you could play the golden number game if you'd like to. I'm probably going to cut that off pretty soon if you want to be a participant of it. Since once we beat these 4 bosses, we'll be at the final boss. You have to type in golden, exclamation mark golden, to get the access to the sheet in order to make your guess. So guess, go guess. Well, you can still play the font game, Hazardous. Speaking of which, I don't even check what your font was. Hang on. Where are you? Hang on. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Chemic, I've already given the game a positive for being so bad it's amusing. I have also given the game a negative for effectively the exact same thing. Because it is bad writing. It's just funny. Now we have a literally full inventory. Interesting. Mr. Red, of course, way overguessing. Yeah, bad anime set in New York City. Excuse me, in Noir York City. It's a hard word to say. Little turned around. I'm trying to find the Triceratops exhibit, and I'm not actually sure where it is. I may have to actually pull up a map, but that's okay. I have one. Not in the game, of course. That would be the fever dreams of a madman, adding a map to a video game. But I do actually have a map. Exactly, Chemic. It was a hard night. The velociraptors and, well, those are apparently armadillos, even though they look more like pill bugs. We're all over the place. No, it's from Max Payne has this. Although it's in a lot of things. Noir York is a prevalent setting. Oh, that did not die. Holy crap. I'm gonna go ahead and be an idiot here, Blue Felix. Law doesn't mean bad, but I'm curious what you're referring to in this case. Yeah, every game is flawed. I agree with that. It's something I've championed the idea of for years. Oh, this game is... Ah, okay. Now that I disagree with, but that's okay. We can do that. We can be decent human beings. Except Lupia 2, which is obviously a perfect game, with nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I'll talk about this in the rumination, but so far this game feels a lot like a game that has retained its cultural consciousness for 2 big things. Number one, it's actually pretty unique. You know, they do some interesting and unique stuff with it, and it's nice to see a game try stuff, right? The other thing would be the fact that, well, it's kind of a dead franchise, and there's no nice way to say this, but something that we don't get more of tends to be thought of better than something we do. There are several cases of movies, shows, IPs, comics, characters, and of course, video games that are just kind of dead or abandoned IPs, and as a direct consequence, people are more positively inclined towards it, or willing to be more forgiving about it, right? Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, and it makes perfect sense why people would do that. It's just that doesn't take, that's not part of the review, right? That's not how it works. Yeah, Legacy of Kain is probably a good example of this. Don't mistake me, Legacy of Kain has some excellent stuff to it, and I stand by that statement. But I'm not sure how well those games would hold up in review, especially the first one, which is rough. Oh yeah, sorry. I should have pointed this out, because I just didn't even feel the comment on it. So yeah, there's the progress of man thing, but look, the humans knocked over symbolism. And well, I'll take the grind. Why not? I mean, we are about to be at the point of the game where the game's going to start beating me over the head by memory. Exactly, Hazardous. But that is the presumption, isn't it? So, let's say there's a game that comes out that has potential. A game that comes out that has some cool ideas, or concepts, or characters, or setting, or something, right? And so, as a consequence, the game is like, oh man. And so what a lot of us tend to think, I don't want to speak for other people, but what I tend to hear from people about that is, oh man, imagine if they made that, but like even better. Like if they polished it out and fixed the flaws of the game. That would be great, but then we don't get that sequel because the IP died, or because they didn't get there yet, or whatever, right? And so it tends to be in that, you know, ineffable what-if category of, well, we'll never know, will we? And then sometimes we get Third Birthday. Now, I know this game is probably is currently listing at a net negative on score. Bleh. But Third Birthday is garbage. I just want to be very clear about this. Whatever complaints I have about this game, Third Birthday is terrible. And that's a damn shame. I don't know where this stupid thing... I'm going to pull up a map. Natural History Museum. Here we go. Oh my god, that's the map? Alright, hang on. Give me a second. Where am I? Jesus, okay. Okay. So... I don't know where I am in this map. Alright, hang on. I think I know where I am. Hang on, is that... Okay, I think I have figured out where I am. So I need to go... I don't know where to go. Hang on, that's there. Yep, okay, I did that. I'm gonna go up to the 3rd floor, which I'm at. Here? Didn't I come through this way? No, I don't think... There we go. Okay, there we go. We're good, we're good. I have found the way. I did. Blue Wolf Alex, it's positive number 3. Unless you mean something else, in which case feel free to share. As usual, I do welcome people's input. There you go, there's the first boss. I knew you were there. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? That's a fun attack. Alright, well, let's buff up. buffs themselves. Why 4? What do you think? Let's actually do these first. Jesus! Okay. I didn't need that half my health. Oh, god dang. Ah! This is the first boss of 4. Not even halfway through his health yet. There's half his health. I cannot believe that missed me. Or that. Sure, that worked. Somehow. I don't know, Trixie. I don't actually know much about it. Okay, boss 1 down. Thank you, Ventures. Always appreciate. Yeah, 4 more months. It's just kind of crazy to think about. I will jot that one down for Romance of these. I don't know why I'm putting them in italics. Ah! There we go. I think I agree with you, Blow Up Alex. We'll go and give a gameplay plus for that. Because it is very staircasey, which I do tend to enjoy when games do that. Alright, so. Let's make sure to top off for no particular reason. There's definitely not another boss to right up ahead. Everything's cool. Ah! Erg. My body feels like I'm gonna burn up. You gained 3 levels. That would be an interesting mechanic. Like you level up as the enemies level up. Or I'm saying that wrong. Like, never mind. I could see how that would work, but let's not do that. So now we gotta fight probably the most famous boss of this game, or at least the one that they certainly advertised the most when this game was coming out. The T-Rex. This might actually suck a little bit. So it's got a frontal attack and a rear attack. Both hit about a 180. Feel free to think about that for a second. Hang on a second. Like that doesn't. Oh, see that hit me way over here? Yeah, that thing has a hell of a range, and by range I mean swath, width. I don't know what to call that. Reach? Something like that. Yep, that's starting to hurt a little bit. Thank you. Trafin, always appreciate. Much obliged. I will jot that down for whatever I want to. Yeah, apparently, Alex. Yeesh. This should be the next raid boss in 5th and 14. Just a T-Rex. Like the one from 8 or whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, T-Rexes are cool. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows how cool T-Rexes are. They are the coolest of all dinosaurs. Well, you see, there's of all of the attacks in this game, like the lasers and the homing missile, which I keep waiting for this guy to use on me, the flame breath actually makes the most sense, because one of the stated abilities of the mitochondria in this setting, even this makes absolutely no sense, is that they can generate a large amount of energy to generate heat, which then can be used to create fire, and yeah. You got that, however, the homing missiles does make a lot less sense. But, you know, we gotta live with something, right? I can't tell where I am. I'm dead. Apparently we had a revive on us. I accept that. That actually sounds kind of cool, Alex, but, you know, whatever. Make it a giant mecha just to add some cool factor. By the way, if you think this thing has a lot of HP, the final boss has way more than this, and technically 3 phases we have to get through. It's actually a 4-phase final boss fight, but the final phase is basically a glorified cutscene where you have to do 20 damage to the boss in order to progress. Not hitting hard at all of a sudden. Oh my god, what happens if I run out of ammo? I mean, I'm not going to. It's just, I just had that horrible thought. What would happen if you did? Oh, homing missiles. Ow. We're gonna do this. By the way, as soon as we hit the final chapter, I'm going to go ahead and lock down the spreadsheet for golden number guessing, if anybody wants to get their guesses in now. We still have the final boss, the outro in its entirety, and the optional Chrysler building to review for a bit of perspective. Ow. My gun just suddenly start doing a lot less damage? Is that just the boss? Okay, here we go. Boss 2 down. Didn't even level out of that. Wow. I appreciate your honesty, Imperial Star Destroyer. I do. Okay, so there's the splattered remains of the T-Rex we just killed. What did we just get? I don't know what that means. I get the dual wield. I'm trying to figure out what the thing below it means. Hang on, let's see if I can find the gun list. Here we go. What is this thing? This is the M8000. It says you can put in 2 commands with that gun equipped. Interesting. There's also a gun that has a counterattack built in, and something called a quick draw. I'm not sure what that does. Anyways, whatever. So hang on. So we beat the T-Rex. Let's try it out for a bit. And let's, do we need to heal? Yes, we do. Okay, so. I should probably go save. There's apparently 4 status effects in this game. Oh yeah, because we haven't really been confused a lot. We can cast Confuse. Interesting. Back through, back through. Let's go save. Yeah, I know, GG. It's just what I don't understand is the other... I'm guessing the other thing is just an open slot that we could move a gun's ability onto. Like, a triple shot, I guess. Actually, we call the cops. Duffy. Remember, you have to add it to the spreadsheet, Trihexia. Anything said in chat does not count. Hey, TSB. How are things? Let's see if I can figure out where this room is that I'm supposed to be going to. Do I have to go back up? Maybe? I think it wants me to go back up. Let's check over here just in case. Man, that's a lot of goop. Those all used to be people. All this goop. Yep. Squish, squish, squish. That's people. Was people? I think was is appropriate. Yeah, I guess it just re-goopified after we were done killing it. We shot the mitochondria enough that it's turned back into goop. I don't know. So it should be this way, I think? Hesitant? This way, You've heard about darkness being the heart's true essence. Goop is the human's true essence. Oh yeah, I was gonna try these things for a bit, so that's good. Oh, I have them on. Never mind. Okay, so there's the Steggy, and there's the thing. Is it on the second floor? Hang on. No, it's on the 3rd floor. Give me a minute. I'll find it. I know what I'm looking for, I just don't know where it is. I guess it has to be this way. I will also say this game skips several pitfalls a lot of RPGs of the era do. So even though I do think this is a flawed game, and I stand by the negatives I've given it, at the same time, and I know this isn't exactly high praise, but I can see how this game could have been a whole lot worse. And it's not. And so the reason I'm bringing that up, obviously that doesn't help the score per se, but what it does is it helps to explain why people would be more positively inclined towards this game, because, you know, you play this game or, you know, one of the much worse designed RPGs of this era, and, oh, there you go. Especially since this one's so short and has a New Game Plus mode. What pitfalls am I thinking is more likely? So I know that random encounters aren't necessarily bad, but I want you to imagine me running around lost in the museum right now while dealing with random encounters, for example. Especially if the encounter rate was too high. Or imagine if we ran into a grind ball and we had to just go and face mulch for a while in order to be able to progress. Or maybe the progression curve itself wasn't designed as well as it was. Or maybe those stat ups we've been giving to the guns and to the armor weren't actually significant. Or just tiny little increases of power. Like, there's a lot of things this game could be doing worse. Absolutely not, von Falkenstein. I'm having enough inventory problems as is. I think we'll commit to doing this. So let's do this. Wait, I don't have any supers, do I? That's true, Zero Mike. Sorry. I don't think I'm going to get a super tool. Oh, wait, no, there's a super tool right up ahead. In fact, it should be right here. If I can figure out where I'm supposed to be. So this is the Triceratops room. There's apparently a door right next to here. As soon as I go through whatever that door is, there's an FMV. Maybe it's this way? Where it knocked me through the window? Maybe... Yep, okay, we're good. Yay! What killed the dinosaurs? The mitochondria! No, hardboiled one. Third birthday is a garbage pile. I don't know about Parasite Eve 2, I've never played it. But third birthday is just junk. Okay, so earthquake has happened. Okay, so I need to go... Ignore the goop. Ignore the goop. Hello. I do like 2 actions per turn. That's nice. Even though we only have 1 shot per turn right now. But I think once I get this super, this is going to work out really nicely. It's much harder. Look at that. I mean, those are crits, admittedly, but still. No, hazardous. Especially since not all those games are runnable. That's the... I mean, we've literally already run into that problem. So each game would have to be vetted. Which, I mean, I could do. Also, I'd probably say no outright to Caesar 2, because I remember Caesar 2. Now I'm starting to debate. I think I'm going to do a save state to test something, if that's okay. That doesn't count as, you know, save stating for cheat purposes. I just want to test something. Not yet. As soon as I get the super tool, which is... somewhere here? I think. No. Question mark. I honestly feel like the insistence upon camera angles is part of the reason for getting disoriented in some of these dungeons. I could be wrong about that. Oh, well, no, that's okay, that's okay. That could be much worse. Deus Ex is already on the scene. And by on the scene, I meant on the list. I don't know where scene came from. I don't know what Stop Globalist is, or Tase Children, because I don't like tasing children. I know. Crazy thought. Where? Staircase. It's got to be like one of these. Unless there's just... If someone sees a chest, feel free to say something and be like, hey. So I'm looking for a chest, and it's kind of a critical chest because it's actually going to be part of an item experiment I'm about to do. I feel like I've played Under Rail. Which one's Under Rail? Alright, hang on. Back to the map for a second. Where is this stupid thing? Right there, 35. Which is... the game. Which is where? Okay, hang on. I'm sorry, give me a second. I really do need to find this tool, because, you know, I'm trying to test something. So just give me a second, please. Be patient with me. I'm trying to figure out where I am. So I'm trying to find... Okay, so there's the save point. We should probably go save anyways. So let's go do that real quick. Yeah, I think I have played a bit of Under Rail, now that you say that. I definitely didn't finish it. But then again, I never really liked Fallout 1 or 2, so... make that what you want. My favorite Fallout game is... That's an interesting question, Triaxia. Since Obsidian is certainly a good developer, but absolutely renowned for making extremely terrible management decisions in general. They're really well known for that. This Outer Worlds. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd actually agree with that. I actually played the piss out of Fallout Shelter until I beat it, did all the quests, and had everyone super mega happy, and it's like, well, I'm good. Okay, it's in this room. Somewhere. Oh, okay, whatever. Okay, what's that thing do? That's just worse in every way than what I have. It doesn't even have any slots. That's awful. Get rid of that garbage. Damn. But there's the super tool. Okay, so I'm going to save state in case this doesn't work the way I think it does. So we're going to tune up the new gun. We're going to pull the rate of fire with a super over to that. Then we're going to pull the stats over with a regular. And let's see how this plays, shall we? Now I got to actually test it, so I need an encounter. See, the reason I hesitate on saying my favorite Fallout game is my favorite Fallout game is 3. Now, I can clarify and justify that, but you can see why I don't like to say that. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this works out. The first thing we're gonna do. Paste. I'm gonna shoot. No, that works. Because now we do that much damage per round of action. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, that worked out perfectly. I was concerned about how much the damage reduction would be, but that's only about a 10 damage per bullet reduction in exchange for shooting 6 times instead of 2. So that works. Anyways, that's why I wanted that super tool, so I could pull both things off the old gun. Anyways, why do I like Fallout 3 better than Fallout New Vegas? There's actually 2 reasons for that. Reason number 1 is very, very simple, and doesn't really have anything to do with the quality of the games. I have more exposure with Fallout 3 than New Vegas. I've actually only played through New Vegas once, and you've seen me do it on camera. Spreading my shots out at this rate. Jeez Louise. The second reason why I tend to prefer Fallout 3 over Fallout New Vegas is... So you're probably wondering, why haven't I played all the way through Fallout New Vegas prior to the stream we did several years ago? New Vegas is buggy. Now I know what you're thinking. Of course it is. No. New Vegas was broken buggy for me. I have actually picked up New Vegas and played right up till about Novak. Roughly around there, you know, doing this loop. Several times. 3 or 4 times. And it's an enjoyable romp, but usually by about that point or onwards, I tend to run into something that becomes actually detrimental to my continued playthrough. So I end up putting it down. One time I ended up getting locked in the terrain and couldn't fast travel out of the terrain because I was stuck in combat with an enemy which was also locked in the terrain. No problem, I'll reload the save. Fun fact, anybody who's ever sped-run Fallout New Vegas knows that the game remembers your coordinates across saves. Among other, it actually remembers several things across saves, which means you can carry stuff forwards through loading a save. Now, speedrunners use this to good effect, but it meant that all of my saves were ruined by that. I had to actually uninstall the game in order to get playing again. And of course I had to start over again because all my saves saved my coordinates at being in the middle of nowhere. Now, I didn't actually know how that worked at the time. If I had, I might have been able to work around that. But as is, I just lost my saves and had to start over. And yeah, save porting is a BRPG staple, and it's kind of unfortunate because it can lead to some very bad stuff. One time I had, what was it? I think it was Skyrim, where like there was a projectile that it saved the location of relative to me for some reason. And so I had to go ahead and warp around in, I tried to load a save, and it's like, hi, and it immediately would just jump out, like in the middle of nowhere. There's just this projectile out in front of me that hits something, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's... okay. That was an easy one to work around. I just had to load a save, aim up, and then make a save, and then load a save, and the projectile's gone, but by that point I understood the concept better. Where am I going? Up, I guess. I will also say Fallout 3 does one thing better than Fallout New Vegas. Pretty much across the board. Just the one thing. Tone. Fallout 3 manages different levels of atmosphere and tone, both in the vanilla game and in its DLCs, and it does it very, very, very well. Fallout New Vegas is more of a constructed story, with actual events and consequences and people, and generally better writing across the board. But it doesn't have that tone thing for it. Now, before you tar me with sticks, there's a pretty good chance that, you know, upon review, Fallout New Vegas will beat the pants out of Fallout 3. Jared Duffy. I mean, Fallout 3 has, you know, the initial going through the subway going after the mutated ants, or understanding the nature of exactly how bad the anchorage problem was, or going to the just icky, gross, like, horrifyingness of the bayou in the Point Lookout DLC, or even going up to the spaceship, which is a pretty reviled part of the game. Nevertheless has its own particular brand of old, cheesy, yet horrifying horror to it. But yes, Fallout New Vegas is going to get at least 2 bug negatives, just in general, or just negatives for individual bugs. I'm not sure how that's going to roll out, but something's going to happen now. But yes, Mothership Zeta has some very serious problems on the gameplay axis. I'm not trying to say otherwise. I do, however, love the atmosphere and tone of Mothership Zeta, and I think it does a great job of providing yet another perspective on horror, which pretty much all the Fallout 3 DLCs do. Now, if its story is reviled, that I have no idea why. Unless it's just the retcon thing, which I just don't care about. As usual, I'll be playing any game unmodded unless I have to. Generally speaking, if I have to mod a game, then I probably need to give that game a negative for whatever I'm modding it for. Yeah, I will also admit Fallout 3 tends to be memed on for its main story quest, which is not exactly great. It's probably one of the weakest parts of the game. That being said, there are plenty of really awesome story beats in Fallout 3, the vaults being, of course, the standout star there. How replayable this game is? So, it does have a replay thing built into it, but it's really, really limited, so it's probably not getting the replay plus. Where am I going? Like, I need to go to the 4th floor, but... Yeah, the timeline thing, so we have a concept called external continuity. And external continuity can add to a work or take away from a work. I will tell you right now, if we ever do review Fallout 3, it is getting an external continuity negative. Because not only does it not connect to Fallout, but its very timeline is actively wrong, to the point where it detracts from the story of the game. What's really funny to me is back when Fallout 3 was new, Seven of the Rangers, this is where I just was. Where am I supposed to go? Is this a path? This is not a path. I forget the interviewee. I don't forget who was being interviewed, but someone actually flat out said, hey, you know, yeah, we know that it should be set at a different time period. Our bad. I don't understand the question, Venetia, so all I'll say is that the game is set 200 years after the bombs are fell, and is designed as if it was set more like 20 years after the bombs fell. Those are made-up numbers because I'm not sure of the exact numbers off the top of my head, but you get the general idea. Am I supposed to go? Do I need to pull up the map again? Yeah, the actual timeline says it's post-apocalypse, but it's not. Fallout 3 is a post-apocalypse. It is very much, very clearly set, you know, not too long after the bombs have fallen. Everything's falling apart, people are just barely starting to get back together, even the most bare bones of towns are all barely functioning, etc., etc. What should be in the timeline of Fallout 3 is something closer to Fallout New Vegas, where we actually have functioning governments, nations, societies, and something of a post-apocalypse already setting up. Appropriate since New Vegas is set after Fallout 3. Alright, I'm gonna pull up a walkthrough because I don't... And by walkthrough I mean a map. Okay, where am I going? That's there, but that doesn't help. That doesn't help either. Hey Don, thank you as always for the sub. Yeah, in Fallout 3 there's still supplies in the supermarkets, which if you don't understand the significance of that, when a bad storm hits here, I have trouble getting all the supplies in the supermarket. But yeah, no, I mean this sincerely. Fallout 3 in many ways tries to follow the tone of Fallout 1. And that's fine. I actually enjoy that. As I mentioned earlier, atmosphere and tone are two of the things Fallout 3 does best. It's just the timeline doesn't agree with it. It's like being told you're being attacked by a green flame when a giant blue ice beam is hitting you. And no matter how much it's a good blue ice beam, it's well designed, but they keep telling you it's a red flame or whatever. Right? Like, you get my point. You get my point. So that's how the external continuity of Fallout 3 is bad. In New Vegas, we'll have to debate it. That one might get the positive, since it follows through on several concepts like the NCR, the tribes, the cons is kind of a thing. Obviously, there's the Nightfallen, you know, stuff like that. This map is really not helpful. I can see where I want to go, and there's literally no way to reach it. It's just like, here's this thing on the 4th floor, and I'm like, how do I get up there? And the walkthrough, this is great, check this out. The walkthrough says, go to the stairway in the earthquake room. Where? Oh god, the election vault was beautiful. Oh god, the election vault. Oh god, the election vault. I would rather if the go it solo route did not exist, Trahexia, if I couldn't take over, I would choose the NCR 10 times out of 10. No question, no hesitation. Civilization has many downsides, but I still think Civilization is a better net positive than the nonsense that is the alternative. You know, I've actually never known anybody to legitimately support the Legion. Kaiser's Legion. I've known a few people to be like, oh, yeah, no, I totally support the Legion because I wanted to see the story arc. I wanted to see the ending, or I wanted to get the achievement, or whatever. But I've never known anybody to actually support Kaiser's Legion, which is everyone in chat's chance to jump in and say, I totally support it, and then we'll take you back and murder you. But, you know, you can still say that and get the contrarianism thing in. What are the benefits of supporting Kaiser's Legion? I suppose if you agree with a philosophy of trying to have, you know, a slave nation that horrifically abuses people as a standard policy, like if you legitimately believe in their ideology, that would be the benefit of it. House has no long-term plan, and all he's gonna do is lock New Vegas into a bubble. And that's my thoughts on House, in a nutshell. The only thing that House would ever eventually do is come into a trade deal with one of the other partners. And honestly, I would really much rather already be in said trade deal then allow the risk that Caesar's Legion would gain control of anything and therefore get a leg up on the NCR. Because anything that gives Caesar's Legion a leg up is a bad thing in my book. I mean, if you want to support House, go for it, Trax. That's a fine choice. If you want to support Caesar's Legion, then we're going to take you out back and beat you to death with a baseball bat. But, you know, House is much better than the Legion. Well, it's interesting you say that, Mr. Red, because I actually legitimately think that the Caesar's Legion is the less developed, not only nation-state in terms of lore, but choice in terms of gameplay arc, in terms of New Vegas. Now, I haven't fully researched that to do that, because obviously I've never done it, so I can only look it up, right? Just trying to... There we go. Words. So I don't know if they would actually qualify as a negative for being underdeveloped, or qualify as an absence of a positive for being underdeveloped. I don't know. I haven't done that research yet. I have no idea where I'm going at this point. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. I am randomly wandering, looking for anything that might be different, in the vague and futile hopes of finding something that is going to allow me to progress through this game. I would take House over the Institute. The only reason I chose the Institute, and this is silly because the game doesn't support it because the game is stupid. Like, I like parts of Fallout 4, but good God, that main quest is terrible. Is because I could take over the Institute and reform it from within. Problem here is that the way that Fallout 4 portrays its Institute choice is it portrays it as you are buying into the Kool-Aid choice, as opposed to, you know, trying to reform from within, which makes a lot more sense. Which means our choices in Fallout 4 are, we can destroy centuries worth of incredible technological innovation that will save and improve the lives of everyone. Or, and be a horrific nightmare bigot who can never do anything with it. Or, we can blow it all up. And those are our choices, because Fallout 4 is terrible! I shouldn't say that. There's good parts about Fallout 4. There are. I stand by that firmly. But, that choice is dumb. Kinda, yeah, Kara Whiteness, because most of the good story beats in Fallout 4 are, you know, the things that have nothing to do with the main story. The room that triggered the cutscene? Oh god, so that was, where the hell was that? Yeah, I like the companion quest, I like the companions. I like almost all the vaults. In fact, I think I liked all of the vaults in Fallout 4. And several of the town quests were pretty good, too. And the DLC was legit. I'm pretty sure the Institute would kill House within probably seconds if the two went to war. Because the Institute can teleport! I don't even need to go into the rest of it. You know, the lifelike androids or the death machines that are totally not rip-offs of Agent Smith. No, they have teleportation. We're good. I would agree with that, Von Falkenstein. It's pretty much the same problem Oblivion had, just in a different expression. No, I am not, Twister. I'm officially at the point where I just kind of want this to be over with, and I literally don't know where to go, and my walkthroughs, plural, do not tell me where to go. Is I'm probably one of the only people I know who actually really likes the Oblivion main story quest. Because most people say that the last good main story they came up with was back in Morrowind, but I liked it in Oblivion too. Oblivion was the last one for me, though. Even speaking as someone who likes Fallout 3, that main story quest was just whatever. Like, it had a couple of cool moments, but for the most part, it's like, okay. And I'm just back up here again. Okay, so this is floor 4, so I'm on floor 3. Hi, Neobull. Welcome to the stream. You've caught me at a terrible time when I'm completely lost, and the 2 walkthroughs I'm using both don't tell me where to go, so I'm just kind of randomly left walling it a little bit, trying to figure out how to progress. So don't mind me. I keep feeling like it's here, because this looks like the room that was in the cutscene, but, like, there's nothing to do in here. It's just a corridor. And I've tried interacting with stuff up here, and nothing's here, right? So, I don't know what to do. I'm this tempted to pull up a speedrun of this game and fast forward to the point at which they're at the story and just see where they go. Because this is ridiculous and this is taking too long, and I still have the last 2 more bosses about to do. Then I have to do the final boss range. Then I have to hit the Chrysler building. Yeah, they might also skip it. That is always a possibility. Thank you, Deathspider. I appreciate it. Okay, here's the Triceratops room, so I at least know where I am right now. Screw it. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. This is stupid. It's gonna be something so stupid. You watch. Or it's gonna be something that's a negative. It's one of the 2 at this point. Here we go. Mute, 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 mute. There we go. Okay, let's skip forward a bunch. So, where is this? There's Chinatown. Okay, so we're at the museum. Fight, 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 fight. Fight, 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 fight. Okay, there's the security room, which I've already done. There's the T-Rex, which I've already done. There's the big cutscene with Clamp, which got a negative. Okay, there's the Triceratops boss fight. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. And then there's the T-Rex boss fight. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. He has beaten the T-Rex. He did the same thing with his gun that I did. That's actually funny. Okay, so hang on. So let's get to where he's at. Let's do that. So I know where that is. I'm not 100% sure how to get there, but we're gonna figure it out, by golly. We're gonna use our brain powers that we totally have. We definitely have a brain. Nope, not this way. Oh god, this Ghoul's trying to go to space. We thank you, brother. I'm gonna laugh at whatever the solution is here. Hang on, I'm not there yet. I need to get to this. I've been here for at least an hour and a half so far, Serrani. Just in this one dungeon. So, you have to make of that what you will. Granted, I am stupid. Anyone in my YouTube comments will tell you. My dumb moments never stop. You dumb people in the mirror. He doesn't even know he's dumb. Oh, that cost a lot of mana. But it is a full heal, so ooh, whatever. Okay, so I need to go this way, I think. I think. Maybe. I'm Still kind of guesstimating a little bit. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay. Bird right now. Oh, wow. It lived through that. Holy crap. Just one more shot. Nope our way out of that combat. God, the exp has gone down substantially. Have you noticed that? I guess it's fine. It's just, it would be nice to be getting some levels while I'm doing all this. Good night, Lune Ruth. Apparently this is just hell. I'm just stuck in hell. That's what this is. I'm trying to get to the point where I can figure out where I'm at. That's how bad, that's how recursive we've gotten here. I still don't actually know the solution. I'm still just trying to get to the point where I can figure out where he's at so I can then follow his path and get out of here. Apparently, we're just going to fight everything on the way back there. The iguanas are licking me to death. Thank God I have tons of ammo, am I right? Well, if you haven't made the golden guess yet, I said I wasn't going to cut it off until, day 6, and I meant it. Until we're done with all these boss fights. I'm still trying to find the third boss fight, so... Once again, have a dirge of medicine, so we're just going to use some. Just type in !golden. That'll do it. I cannot believe I'm still going. It's just insanity. Okay, I made it. I'm in the room I was trying to reach. Let's get a save in. Oh my gosh. There is no map. I actually have a map, like an online map. It is not helpful. At all. Okay, let's get a safe state in case things break. Alright, let's watch where he goes. Okay, so we're going this way. And we're going right back up where we just were. Yeah, I kind of guessed that, but whatever. Let's go up. Okay, and then we're going to go over to the door. It's apparently right here. Somewhere. Somewhere. There it is. Okay, I think I've been in this room. I'm gonna go this way. Hey, it's not the lack of map that's a negative. I mean, Mega Man games don't have maps, right? But it's... What's he doing? What's he doing? Okay, so he's fighting an enemy here. He went back to fight an enemy here. Don't know what he's doing, and I don't care. But yeah, it's the bad navigation that's the problem, and I think I could probably codify that one. Okay, so let me go back to the left. Go up. And he gets an encounter. Do we get an encounter? We do not get an encounter. No encounters. Either that or he was just... So, most RPG speedruns, they want to be at a specific point of experience, so that either bosses level them, or they can take advantage of certain level ups at certain points in time. So sometimes you want to be on the experience rate, and if you're behind, you could just get a random encounter to get ahead, stuff like that. Okay, so we go up. I'm just waiting for it. I haven't seen anything new yet. Still waiting to see the solution here. Okay, so then the earthquake happens, which is in this room. So he's watching the earthquake happen. It's very scary. Much earthquake. Very wow. Okay, then he goes to this staircase right here. This is it, isn't it? He just has to go... Oh my freaking god. All I had to do was go up the staircase in that room. Oh my god. Oh my god. My head hurts. My head hurts. So you're probably thinking, why didn't you just go up that staircase to begin with? Allow me to explain. So you may or may not have noticed that there's this orange goop, the mitochondrial goop, right? Now, normally when that's on something, that means you can't go through that. It's blocking your way, right? Like that door immediately to my right, which I was actually about to show off, and, you know, it's right there. So, yeah, that looked like a can't interact with staircase, and so that just kind of immediately glazed past my mind. Yeah, okay, yep, that's a no. So naturally, because I didn't think it was an interactable staircase, I didn't save that in my brain as a place I could go to that I haven't been yet, because there's nowhere to go. It's the same reason you don't save a random chunk of the wall as notable when it comes to navigating a room or whatever, right? It's like, yeah, there's nothing noteworthy about that wall because there's nothing there. So yeah, I assumed it was like that thing, because we cannot go through this. This is a barrier. I'm just going to give a negative to the museum. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because this whole level sucks. I believe you, Blowthoughts. I'm not even going to argue at this point. If you want to call me stupid, just call me stupid and get it out of the way, because I am an idiot, as I've always admitted. Oh my god, I cannot believe that was it. And now that there's goop. We're just at the goop level. Hope you all like goop. Squish, 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 squish. Okay, let's get a heal in. Boss fight number 3. Should be up ahead here now, hopefully. I think. Yes. That's a good idea. Let's go ahead and reload the gun while we're here. There we go. Eve. I'm not even going to comment on that. Very Dragon Age there. It's a wonder you made it this far. Yeah, no, I've been sucking. So are you going to congratulate me on this birth? We haven't given birth yet, first of all. What are you planning to do, Eve? Perhaps you can help me answer that, Aya. Why do humans give birth, That's a really dumb question. Maya. More CGI. This is why this is 2 discs. I like how she's sitting on the statue so it looks like she has legs. She doesn't. She's just sitting on a statue. That's a lot of mitochondria. Where did she get all that from? We evacuated the city specifically so that you... Okay, whatever. Back. I've got a pistol. Are you okay, Aya? Yeah, I'm cool. You both made it out okay? Yeah, we barely made it through. Did you see that ugly mama? Yeah, that was everyone from Central Park. What? You're saying that Lorraine's a part of that thing, too? Yeah. I'm sorry, Daniel. Yes, it's become apparent as to what medication Melissa had been taking. What was she on? She's being administered immunosuppressants. Immunosuppressants? For what? Why? Here's the story. Melissa had a transplant when she was a kid. Transplant? What kind of transplant? Yes, it seems that she got one of your sister's kidneys. After Maya died in an accident. A kidney transplant? So Melissa got Maya's kidney? Your mother and your sister were donors. What? Really? I never knew that. Your mother's organs couldn't be transplanted after the accident, so Maya's kidney was transplanted into the young Eve. No, I'm sorry, the young Melissa. She had a kidney failure. Then Eve's kidney is really Maya's kidney? I mean, it doesn't work that way, but yes. The intern that was present on the operation was, you guessed it, Dr. Hojo, our main man, who wanted to become a doctor. The doctors that were present during the operation were all surprised, and they all screamed that the kidney was hot. Then Eve is... It's hard for me to say it, but the original was present in Maya. Eve killed the host brain, cultured the kidney, and obtained her own physical body. And that's what happened to Melissa. In her case, the immunosuppressant drug served to act as a catalyst. In Japan, Eve targeted a girl who had undergone a transplant, a kidney transplant to be exact, and she was taking the same immunosuppressant drugs. This is also Eve would have a uterus to plant the fertilized egg in. In order to transplant organs, it's necessary for the HLA type to match. It lives symbolically. Sorry, symbiotically. I misread that. It lives symbiotically. Symbolically it lives, but really it's dead with other cells, so it's necessary to take immunosuppressants to control the immunity and avoid rejection. While being controlled by Eve, Melissa felt her body change, but she finally got the lead part in the opera. If she had gone to the doctor, she would have been told to give up the part. So in order to avoid rejection, she kept taking the drugs, and after taking so much, she was so weak that Eve was able to take over her physical body. And that's how she transformed into Mitochondria Eve. So then Maya is the original Eve. In reality, it's Maya's mitochondria. ... Meanwhile, on the carrier... Roger, commencing operation, sir. Finally, the time has come to put our power to the test. That's not a thing you want to hear from any military person. Don't be impudent, Lynch. It shouldn't have come to this. Yes, sir. Forgive me, Admiral. Calling all fighter jets. We have received permission to attack. Commence operation. Head for the Statue of Liberty. As planned, Helicopter Team 1 will prepare for Plan 2. Team 2 will search and the rest will do their best to impede further advancement. Oh, we've even got an escort. Stupid statement. Of course we do. It's a carrier.
What? Are you sure? The Navy's made their move.
What? We can't allow this. We'll be repeating what happened yesterday with the Jets. It's a perfect game, James Hogan. Please ignore me. Goopify, goopify. Or they're not even gonna goopify, they're just gonna do that. But we can goop people! But for some reason, even though the mitochondria could just melt people at range, it's going to go ahead and just try to make this thing. But whatever. Anyways, Lorraine, no! Lorraine can't be part of that thing! The huge creature, or no, those cells. That must be where Eve's giving birth. Where she's giving birth? Yeah, yes, I'm just too young to understand games like this. Weird. Yes, the huge creature will act as a barrier to protect the ultimate being. Oh, that's Maeda, sorry. Well, now it's doing it. Lorraine. Dude, first of all, she's your ex. Second of all, she is so mega dead. Lorraine? That's not even Lorraine. That's like a portion of Lorraine that was slooped out of her. Like someone stuck a straw in Lorraine and came out with like 10% of her, and that's what that is. I don't mean to sound dismissive or anything. It's just, dude, I'm sorry, Lorraine is dead. Ma'am, it's my duty to accompany you to the aircraft carrier. Well, thank God the Navy's actually doing something right. You know, evacuating civilians. I'm not even going to make the Spec Ops joke. You can just assume it. Welcome aboard the Navy's pride and joy, the Nimitz. Hey, I'm Williams. I command this ship. Sorry to have come on such notice. Hey, you better not put Aya in danger here. I'm going to go fight the ultimate being with a handgun, Daniel. I think I'm in a lot of danger. You, who do you think you are, talking to the Admiral that way? It's quite all right, Lynch. After all, he is right. What do you mean? You're the only one that can't be ignited by her. I'm asking you to get in our chopper and nuke the creature. Hold on, Aya can't fly a chopper. Not to worry, the chopper's been set to auto. She won't have any problems. The helicopter, which is a ludicrously complex machine to operate, has been set to auto. But they need someone to hit a button to shoot the nuke? Is that what's going on here? Should I even explain the fact that nukes can have range? Should I? No. Okay, we're good. So she just needs to fire from a distance where she can't be ignited. Unfortunately, the weapon needs to be fired at close range in order to work. Why? And we cannot move in close since we will be ignited. Well. I'll do it! Aya, no way! You're not going up there! Our fate lies in your hands, Aya. You are the protagonist, and this is a JRPG. And I mean, that is how that works. I'm not even going to complain about that. That thing that's not Lorraine. Do it for Lorraine, too. Wait, Aya, please take this. Yeah, close. You've heard of danger close, right? Nuke's close. It's not a phrase I want to hear. Aya, be careful up there, okay? Of course, I'll be fine. Like, could you just imagine being involved in an operation? Someone's like, nuke's close, and it's like, what? And Aya's the villain, technically, in Third Birthday. Sorry. Maya. I'm coming for you, Maya. I've been doing the best I can, Dustbetter. I was hoping to be done with this game already, honestly, but we still got the last chapter and the bonus thing, and we'll see how the Chrysler Building holds up. I'm kind of curious now. Now, I've never played Resident Evil 2, or, wow, Parasite Eve 2 at all, so I have no knowledge of that one. Formation 2. What's happening here? From the last battle, we were able to anticipate this attack. We're positioned this way for a reason. What do you mean? Maneuvering to avoid attacks? I wouldn't know what that is. I just take hits in the face. We will act as your shield, so you will live to attack the creature. What? No, I'm not doing this without your... Doing their jobs, Aya. Do yours. Entering firing range. Prepare to attack. Alright, please move away from me now! We cannot abandon our duty. Besides, we're already in range. Yeah, we're gonna die from this too. I hope you caught on to that one. Yeah, let's fire a nuke at that range. Insane. Since Christmas Eve, I put a curse on my own body. Why me? Why is this happening to me? I don't understand. But I don't care anymore. Because Eve, I'm the one that can destroy you once and for all. Except you're... Spoilers, Eve is in the second game, maybe, and in the third game, definitely. Anyways, Maya, I'll end this and let you rest peacefully. For everyone who's died. Ever, ever, ever. There's the nuke. Yeah, you can see where this is going. I am aware of the difference between a tactical nuke and a strategic nuke. That was a grenade. We did it! Well done. That was magnificent. Return to base, Aya. No, it's not over yet. I'm just... Oh, yeah. So, here we go. Hi, Eve. How are you? Aya, come back now! It's too dangerous to continue. Return to bed at once. We will plan. But will you save your progress? Yes. Yes. You stupid game. Give me a save. I need to give you... Forget it. She signed off already. By the way, she has 6 more forms to go through. I am not joking. Counting this one. Yeah, a lot is the answer, Great Hillian. Although FF8 would also qualify. And FF1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 10 and 10-2. Psalm. FFA. Squish, 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 squish. Are we good to go? We're good to go. Okay, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm ready. So it was you. Depending on how, if you count each time we fight her as a separate form, that's like 12 forms, but whatever. That must be the name of my host. Let me guess. Your sister. You have the ability to evolve. Why take the side of a doomed species? Humans aren't doomed. If my mitochondria has the ability to evolve, it'll evolve to get rid of you. Love that sense of humor of yours, girl. Why is it that humans kill? You have killed so many people. Humans kill other creatures, and they even kill their own kind. Humans are evil, blah, 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 blah. All organisms have something called a territory. Sorry. This territory is guarded from natural enemies. But until now, humans had no such natural enemy. That is what has allowed them to prosper to this point. You beings must think of your prosperity as history. But you're wrong! We, mitochondria, have lived with the human being and allowed you to prosper. What? We, mitochondria, have made you create the perfect environment for us. Humans have come to rely on civilization and have lost touch with innate physical abilities. Can't you see it's the perfect scenario? What? Then you're saying that humans were kept alive for the mitochondria's sake? Here's a little bit of the Chrono Trigger theme coming in, by the way. Few humans just served as transportation vehicles for us. What do you mean? Vehicles to transport us to the time the mitochondria would become free again. This is really hard to read with a straight face. But you see, the vehicle is no longer needed anymore. That's a wonderful sentence. Even from now on, the mitochondria will become the human beings and will rule this earth. Opera. So this thing has, about 4,000 health. So let's hope our new gun works out for this, shall we? So it's haste. And then start shooting. Oh yeah, that's a great sign right there. I can't move while shooting. Ah! Well, that's cool. That's cool. I'm cool. Why did you drop me after... Listen, human beings are just the vehicles hazardous. You don't understand. Go and do, this. Man, you and me both, Dustbiter. Please stop beating me up. Thank you. Uh-oh. Confusion. That's actually pretty bad. This. Just kind of chill for a minute. Reverse controls, but not fully reversed, which is even more confusing. There we go. Okay, so let's get another one of these going. should have known better than to ask questions about this story. I drink from a ham. Just reversed y-axis specifically. Damn it, that is interesting. Dodge. Okay, now it's reversed on the y-axis. That's even weirder. Oh, that's disorienting as hell. Oh, jeez. Okay, whatever. We're good, we're good. Thank you, Dust Spider. Give me 1 second. I'll answer that. That's apparently going to Soba. Done. Thank you as always. Okay. So let's get a heal off. Come on! God, her reach range is ridiculous. I wonder what happens if I just attack when I'm confused. Oh, no, I can still hit her. I don't even need haste. Look at that. Just keep shooting. You've heard of Just Keep Swimming? This is the slightly grittier reboot. Oh, that's bad. Let's go ahead and do another haste, just in case. Wow, that's strange, but okay. I don't even know how much we'd gotten her health down on that. Take two. That's one. By the way, she has another phase after this, before we get to the next chapter, where she has 4 more phases. Just to get that across there. Oh god, do we have to do the whole scene over again? Oh my god. No, we don't, Okay, we're here. We're okay. I was gonna be upset. We had to do the whole nuke scene again. Sorry, nuke. The whole firecracker scene. So we do actually have a rocket launcher. I'm just a little hesitant to use it for extremely obvious reasons. We only have 10 shots of this, and we have a total of 6 forms of her to kill, counting this one. Okay. That's it? 100 damage from the thing I have 10 shots of ever? Wow, okay. Let's go back to our gun. Our pistol, which reloads much faster. That's just... wow. Energy Shot is a pretty decent hit, but it takes all of our Parasite energy and stuns us after we use it. So, not super enthused about using that. I mean, it is fiction, so maybe in this reality, explosives just work differently? I don't know. Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I mean, in fairness, I have modded this pistol a lot, Sierra Mike. Oh, come on! Are you done? Thank you. So, for those of you wondering why I'm so disappointed by the rocket that has 10 shots total ever, in the Resident Evil games, there's usually a concept called a rocket launcher. The rocket launcher does absolutely stupid damage at the cost of taking a huge amount of, your inventory space, and you only really get the 1 or 2 shots of it. So it's the nuke, right? It's the oh god, I need something that can absolutely kill something right now button. So I was sort of expecting the same thing instead of that damp piece of Kleenex. And barrier is not really worth my time. So. It's also going to burn a hell of a lot of my Parasite energy, so that's the other problem. I'm already pretty low on PE right now, so we're just going to chill for a minute. Here, start firing. So anyways, I started blasting. Starting to run. Or not, because we're still shooting. Go over here. Another heal. And let's get a... I don't know what else we're gonna do. Sure, we'll use a barrier. Let's burn our energy. Death to energy. I didn't need it anyways. And it's already gone. That's why we don't use that. I think I'm still killing the head, too. Oh, this might be bad. That's definitely bad. Yep, I have not even killed 1/3 of her yet. Let's just do this. Honestly, let's just use another one. It's okay, this isn't the final boss. This isn't even... We're not technically even on the final boss yet. This is just the chapter boss. Oh, okay, so we killed the head. And then that happened. Did I mention she has a fallen 1 attack? Okay, so now let's go for the waist, I guess. Still grab us with her head dead. That's not great. Please stop punching me. Please stop punching me, sister. Oh god, it's just like real life. By the way, you can see how apropos this is because the Statue of Liberty is right there in the background. Don't you get the significance of it? Okay, so that's bad. Let's do a double dose of medicine again here. Chill for a minute. Nope, she could. I figured that was the only attack that getting rid of the head would have gotten rid of. Did she just do all her attacks? Despite whatever parts of her are broken. Is that what's going on here? And there go all... Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, make away. We're really low on everything. Run away. Use some items. Twice. Apparently I need to shoot... You mean those fireballs, Wrecker Spirit? Apparently I need to kill something else first, because that grab attack is the worst. The death down is awful. Anyways. I love the timing of that Wrecker Spirit. She hasn't used that one attack that she's using right now. Oh, wait. Die! Reload. Oh my god, just die. Just die, Zello. Oh, this might be death. Okay, we had a couple more heals in us. It's part of my armor. When I get hit down to death, it'll use one of the items from my inventory. So I got 4 more heals left. Oh my god, and there's a phase after this. Did I mention that? I still haven't killed the middle section here. The middle section has less HP than the top did, by the way, for a bit of perspective. There. Okay, middle section's dead. And now to die. My mana is not regenerating, too. Are you seeing that regenerate? That is awful. Wow. Okay. I bet you know the answer to that. I drink from a ham. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even have enough. Okay. Okay, let's just run around for a minute. Let's just recover. Can dodge some of her attacks. That is not regenerating at all. At all. I'm going to stop even trying. This is not happening. I'm going to get in a heal. And we're going to start shooting. Ow. Almost completely negated my heal there. Okay. Ready for round 2? I'll give you points for trying. Sure, Eclectic, go for it. But enough of this nonsense. Time for round 2, which has more HP than any of her previous forms. Watch and learn what evolution really means. She can time stop, fly, has an AoE, has an unavoidable attack. She can do poison. What? Oh, and she can inflict death down. And she's that fast now. And she can do that, while we're on the subject. I don't have any other clothes to equip! Why would I keep around extra clothing in a game that is this tight about inventory without knowing about that trick? Oh my god! Okay. Okay, let's get a heal in. Yeah, it looks like my mana started regenning because of a reset, because, you know, the fight. I'm just gonna Berserker. I don't think there's any other strategy that's gonna work here. I need to get her HP down before I die, and I just do not have the ability to evade, or defend, or do anything, and I'm dead. So I'm dead. Yay! I bet you can tell where we're about to go back to. Would anyone like to guess? We're gonna do this one more time, legit. And then we're gonna look into cheats. I'm not sure if there are cheats. I've never looked into it. I'm sure there are because 2 friends I know have never beaten this game without cheats. I'm starting to question if I cheated in this guy. I legitimately don't remember. I just remember the last boss, which I remind you we're not at yet. Is not doing great. Not there yet. Turns out it was man. There you go. There's the speech that's playing right now in one sentence. Sure, we'll open with liberate. Why not? No, we gotta jump out of the chopper and shoot her with our handgun. So, liberate. Sure. Okay. And yeah, now we're stunned, but it looks like we're regenerating P energies. That was a decent amount of damage for, you know, that. Oh, Resident Evil, definitely. Resident Evil's explanation is virus. This game's explanation is mitochondria. I'll take virus. Face mulch for a minute. I mean, the def's already done. I'm not even sure which of her attacks do def down, and I don't think I can avoid it at this point. I always love how she lets us go, like, okay, here you go, I'm done. Detox gets rid of poison. This gets rid of all status effects, so sure. That does get rid of Death Down, so that is worthwhile. Unfortunately, we don't have any armor to switch to, and it looks like we're already getting slow regen. One down. really unintuitive to dodge. Whatever. I'm not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. I'm starting to think it's random, because that one did confuse, if you saw that on Wolfenstein. Okay, phase 2. We're at half PE, which isn't great, but whatever. Possible? I don't know, involved. I'm just guessing at this point. There's a lot of info not in the game, as was common at this point in history. It's okay, my energy is going to regenerate again after this cutscene. Because this is technically a new phase, so yeah. Yeah, unlike the AT4. Yeah, see, the regen noticeably faster there. I'm just going to chill for a minute, actually. That regen a little bit more. Yes, stun locked. That's interesting. Okay, so let's do a heal. And let's get a barrier up, I think. No, she won't be at that for a little bit, Trihexia. Maybe, depending on how you define it. But either way, no. No, we can't dodge. So that's cool. Yeah, that barrier did not seem to be worthwhile. So when I die here in a moment, I'll remember not to do that next time. I cannot deliberate yet. Maybe. Yep, nope, that's gonna take all, it looks like, of my mana. So, yep. I need to have a full tank to do that. I love that route, I really do. Regen! 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 I mean, I'll give Aya this. She's a good shot. Oh, bullcrap! Oh, whatever. Regen! Fun fact, I've used almost 100 rounds in this fight. These two fights. Hey, I think we did it. Holy crap. Okay. Save state just in case. I don't understand. No! You can't be our natural enemy! No! Nice tail, by the way. Kind of like your spine growing out of your legs there. Probably supposed to be less PG-13, but, you know. You like people melting, right? There must have been some mitochondria that underwent a different type of evolution. Think about it, Eve. Day 6. So I'm officially cutting off the guess. This right now is your last time to guess for the golden number. If you have not guessed yet, this is the time to do so. You have until I get this done, and until I update the sheet. You can type in !golden in order to go ahead and make a guess. Hmm. That's actually a good idea. I'll do a quick stretch break. Need to be doing more of those anyways, especially on a day when my neck is actively wounded. Wow. Not doing great. So I'll be right back. Okay, what's going on? Do I need to kill people horribly? If multiple people make the same guess, we'll probably just say you both win. There you go, split it, go. Okay. Looks like, well, I mean, it doesn't matter if that's everyone because I'm locking it down. Change. Anyone with link can view. Update. Done. So those are the guesses. Let's do the final boss rush, shall we? I'm sorry, those are probably supposed to be, like, destroyers, but does anyone else think those look like PT boats? Aya, come on! Aya, what's wrong? I just feel like the final boss hasn't happened yet. You were great, Aya. Shows that only my partner can pull it off, right? Yes, Aya, I'm relieved you made it back safely. Why the hell did Eve have to bring all this to the Statue of Liberty? Because of the ocean and what it symbolizes. The sea is the mother of all creation. This is where she wanted to give birth. Okay. Alright, hang on. So we actually have to do a couple things pretty specifically here. Because of how this game is designed. So we talk to you. Think? No? Hang on. Nope, it's inside. My bad. Okay. Let me in the door. Which one of these is the function? There we go. Yeah, you ready for some insta-death? At some point, I might finally admit to, well, anyways. You know, save stating, but I haven't decided yet if I just try it, or, you know, actually use the guide of the walkthrough to not have to redo everything again. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay. In the interest of testing, I'm going to do a save state in the upcoming final boss fight, but it doesn't count as a cheat because I'm literally only doing it to test checkpointing, okay? So Wayne came all the way here, so we have access to our bank. Cool. Hi, Wayne. You look weird close up. Everyone says you're the #1 cop in New York right now. Hey, what's wrong? You killed that thing. Ain't you happy? I guess you're in shock. I'm probably tired. Anyways, could you, like, yeah, please take my crap. Still can't get rid of the Narita. Get rid of the clamp key, at least. Get this stupid thing out of my inventory. Anything else I want to dump? I guess I could dump the tools for now. So, like, there's no guns past this point, right? Yep, nope. So, yeah. There we go. Actually, that's a good point. Do we have any equipment in? We do actually have some equipment. So let's go ahead and grab the other armor so we can cheat the game. So he'll engrave a weapon and armor. The game doesn't explain this at all, but this is the gun and the piece of armor you can carry forward into New Game Plus. By the way, this is one of the reasons that New Game Plus will not be getting a positive for me. Because, I mean, right? You get to carry forward one thing and nothing tells you that's it. We'll call the gun lore. We'll call the armor. Hey, Insana. I mean, I know what you mean. I do keep the VODs up there for people who can't join the stream, so I hope you at least, you know, enjoy. But, I know what you mean. Apparently everything in the storage? That's news to me, actually. But I believe you. So yes, I'll take that. Yep. I'll also take these. Oh, no, I want the 4s, please. Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about that, Insana. Or else I would, I swear. And I do have Maeda's gun. Yep, it's right there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get a safety save state in. Anyway, some Christmas, huh? Tell me about it. Alright, everyone ready? It's the Admiralty. And the Captaincy, I guess. Sorry we're late. We could not approach the creature without absolute confirmation of its death. Your help was greatly appreciated. Please rest inside. As citizens of the United States... What's going on? What is it? You're scaring me. That huge creature that the mitochondria was creating was... See, we're not actually fighting the mitochondria. We're fighting the ultimate being. Alright, guesses right now. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? If you guessed a baby, what is wrong with you for guessing that? So there's final boss number 1. It's actually not Eve, which is kind of disappointing. It's Eve's baby. Final boss theme number 1. Some really good music coming up. By the way, my favorite song of the game's coming up soon, too. You've got to be kidding. At least I think it is. That is the ultimate being. We didn't make it in time. What are those explosions? The mitochondrial energy must be out of control. To the point where it's causing these explosions. We will escape by helicopter. Follow me! Guess all we can do for now is run! Aya, come on! Aya, what's wrong? I have to take care of this. Aya, no! It's a crappy last boss! It's gonna get multiple negatives! Don't worry about me. This game is still gonna be beloved by many people, regardless of this stupid review. Please hurry. Shut up, man! Rude. Cut out with the voodoo stuff already. Can't be wasting time. No, Daniel, please, this is different. It's not the voodoo stuff. Hurry, please! And they get rid of Maeda before he gives us the super weapon that's required for beating the final boss. Spoilers. So, thanks for that, everyone. Round 1. There's the song. What? That's the ultimate being. That. By the way, this form has 1500 health. Next one is 2500. The one after that has 3,500. The one after that is 8,000. Yeah, it's gonna suck. It's you or me. Who's gonna be the one to make it through? That's the question. So we're just gonna open with this. Don't do it, Insana. Don't do it! Okay, so that should actually be phase 1 right there, done. My math is even close to correct. Yep, which is good, because we were stunned after that. Phase 2. So we fought the baby. What do you think the next phase is going to be? I thought about saving it, honestly. But I have a strategy. So next is... Toddler. Music gets bopping a little bit. What I imagine a toddler looking like, but what the hell do I know? Oh, that hurt. That's not happening. Get back here. God, he's almost as fast. He's actually as fast as I am. Oh my god, how do you dodge this crap? Answer, you don't. I'm probably going to try the regen trick, yeah, but not right now. Let's pop some heals. We've got some of these. We got a whole bunch of medicines from that soldier for a reason. Ow, I think I just lost all the health I just regened. Healed. Okay, that thing's dealt with. It's gonna help a little bit. Sure, that's... Oh, Jesus Christ. Listen, I just can't have my medicine. My delicious medicine. It's the only way to survive New York City. Noir York City. God, that's hard to say. No, don't... No, that's... Oh, you're a dick. Thank you, Insana, very much. Oh, God. Try not to die while bowing to Insana. There we go, okay. Oh, if you know what you want to put that towards, please let me know. Yeah, I'm going to risk a haste. And a heal, I think. Let's go ahead and get a heal out and a haste. I don't think haste helps, but we're going to try it. Oh, it does actually make you move faster. Good crap. Would you stop being over there? Yeah, like that. Thank you for that. Just wasting that entire round of ammo. Oh, God! Stop moving away from me, you coward. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna run into it and then shoot you. Okay, phase 2 done. Phase 3 is called Mature. This is actually the hardest one, right here. Wow, it does not like that. That's... What? My abs are so amazing, I've got 2 of them. This is also when the song starts kicking it. This is why I was saving it from round 2. About half his health. This is the 3.5k. This is the hard one, though. And that's why I'm going to go hard right here. I'm still regenerating at a decent rate, though, so I don't have to do the trick. So we're just going to chill for a minute and recover. Some heals. Get confused. Very helpful in dodging. Can't dodge that attack because screw you. No, we're regenerating at full rate right now, so we don't need to change the clothes. We do need to heal, though. Jesus. There. get some shots in, just in case our math... Oh, that's not doing great damage. Ooh, okay. One more round, and then we'll use it. This should do it, if my math is right. And then we have phase 4, which is not the end of the fight, by the way, but, you know. Okay, phase 4. Then we have just that thing. No transformation, it's just, now it's that thing. It's still growing. No, wait, is it still evolving? Now we're fighting a sage from FF14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then Maeda is like, hey, remember that thing I meant to give you? That's the weapon against the ultimate thing? Anyway, sorry. I know you want to continue living. After all, you were just born. But I want to live too, like all other human beings. I identify as human, damn it. Damn, there's no end to this. If only Maeda had the super gun. If only we could get this to Aya. What are those? They're bullets with Aya's cells in them. So that's what you were trying to give her. Yeah, but I think it's too late now. Stupid. Give them to me! Good catch. Yeah, we get to see a little bit of the ultimate form in CGI here. Daniels, no! Definitely doesn't look like Barrett. He's fine. His cells just started igniting from within. So, now we wait till this happens. Sweet. Oh, we're on Maeda's gun. Good. Die. We can still die here. Oh, which we came disturbingly close to doing. Now we're still not done. Goop, monster goops. Goop. Yes, I do, but no one agrees with me, Ross. It is Yasunori Matsuda. Okay. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm with you, Aya. There's gotta be something on this cruise to get rid of this. So. We need to test this. So like I said, I'm gonna make a save state, but it doesn't count towards cheating because I'm just testing the mid-mission checkpoint, okay? Because I don't want to fight that last boss all over again, in case I'm wrong. So she's gonna check that. We're gonna save. Okay, so we have save stated. Let's check this. Okay, save state's working. We're good. If it catches us, it's instant death, by the way. If you go the wrong way, it's usually too late to realize. As you can see, we are now dead. Because we've gone the wrong way, and there's no way to go, and we're trapped, and there's no way around it. So going the wrong way is instant death. So let's see what happens. Pretty sure I know exactly what's about to happen. Yep. That's really bad. So, that is absolutely terrible game design. There is a save point right there. But that's not great. I also will admit I never saw that save point until you pointed it out just now. Because I was in a hurry trying to get the hell out of the room. What? Oh. What is happening? I'm not actually sure what's happening here. I think I'm soft-locked. Oh my god! I think I soft-locked. Okay, well, thankfully we do have this here. Sure. I'm just guessing at this point. I don't actually know. Because my map doesn't account for camera changes or angle changes, and I was a little distracted by that soft lock, so... Normally I'm pretty good at keeping track of that kind of thing, but, you know... Soft lock. Yeah, the bug runner I'm finding bugs in games that are 24 years old. You gotta admit, that's impressive. Gloop, gloop. Why does it want to kill her? We're in Hell's Kitchen. Emergency. Emergency. Evacuate immediately. Okay. Okay, game! And we're dead. We killed it! Anyways. The map I have is next to useless, because you know what the map I had said to do? Go exactly where I went. You know, go around into the upper left part of the screen. Well, thanks for that map. Appreciate it. Yeah, third birthday isn't canon. Yay! We did it! Thank you, Ben Smack. Always appreciate those subs. If you know you want to put that, please let me know. If you'll give me a moment here. Ah! Stuck on terrain. Dealer's choice. You got it. That I can do. Run. Right behind me, of course. It's a horror movie monster. It moves faster whenever it's off camera. That's a law of physics. See? It's just right there. Bam. Look at that. Right there. In fact, it's so close behind us, I'd be surprised if the explosion does any damage to it at this point. Yeah, we're fine. It's just the New York City Bay in the middle of Christmas. I want you to picture how cold that water is right now. Sorry, third birthday is now canon. My bad. It's finally over. If only, Daniel. I don't understand. Why do I have this power? And why is Daniel not dead? Not that I'm upset, but Daniel was igniting internal, like his cells were igniting. His cells were overheating, and he's fine. Anyways, it's because Maya is inside of you, too, Aya. When your mother and your sister died, they transplanted a part of your sister into you. Into me? Yeah. When you were 7, you probably don't remember any of it. I remember when I was 7. You were born with a defect in your right eye, and so Maya's cornea was transplanted into your right eye. My right eye? Then that's what I saw when I touched Eve. It is said that when you have an extreme experience, what you see is branded onto cornea, but this hasn't been scientifically proven. That was Maya's last memory? The last thing she ever saw? As for the mitochondria that was in Aya's body, I think it underwent a different evolutionary change than Eve. By living symbiotically with Aya's mitochondria, it still possessed Eve's power. From there, it evolved to the point where it could live symbiotically with the human nucleus. You know, like mitochondria already frickety do. Me and Maya, our mitochondrial power. Starting with the incident in Japan and now with this, I wonder if this is a message to all mankind. Message? What kind of message? How can I explain? If the Earth is a single human being, we humans that invade the Earth become like viruses out of control. Oh. We are, in essence, upsetting the natural balance of the body. I'm going to shoot you, just for saying that. This is definitely utter destruction. No, we're not that weak. You see, humans are, in essence, parasites! You can say that we are the parasites and the world is our host. Look, the sun's coming up. Negative to story. But Ben's alive, so plus to story. Lorraine isn't, though. She's goop. You know, I just noticed Aya's boyfriend, whose name I can't even remember right now, who was such a major character in Third Birthday, isn't even in this game. Is he introduced in 2? I don't remember his name. Hank, something like that. I'm not good with these social events. Yeah, not me. I love these things. We have to make up for Christmas Eve. This is my first time, so I'm nervous. That's because you're all with Aya and she's all dressed up and pretty. What? No, that's not it. Of course not. He's not the boyfriend, by the way. By the way, this is a really minor complaint. I'm not going to ding the gamer, but I love how the shadows for every character is just this giant disc we're standing on. It makes me think like we're actually literally hovering around on these discs. Yeah, you remember the thing I kept making fun of The Last of Us 2 with? Turns out it was man. They'd better hurry. It's going to start any minute now. The restroom must be really crowded. Yeah, that's probably it. What's wrong? You seem tense. I love you. It's okay. I understand. He's nervous. She's competent. She's intelligent. She's hot. I get it. I've been there. And then Ben shoves him out of the way. Because Ben is awesome. Sorry we're late. See you around, Walker. Hopefully we'll be on Metal Gear Solid by tomorrow. For some more unintentional cheese. Nah, it's not Ben. Yeah, I was gonna say, considering how recently this is after the previous thing, think about what it smells like in here. Like, how do you clean this place of burning people? Yeah, that's another thing. We had the giant goop monster, not just in Central Park, but walking down the town square. Yeah, there's just a lot of Febreze smell. Anyways. Oh. I like how they're all standing up like, is she gonna burn them all? That's okay, that got a laugh out of me. Thank you, Loke. As always, I'll put that towards Company of Heroes. Father. I offer to give my life with hers. Edward! Oh my god, his name is Edward. I don't think Vagrant Story is even on the list, and also I'm not sure if I could get a hold of a copy of it, because, you know... Get with it, guys. No, it's okay. According to the opening dialogue, Kira White Noise, everyone's going to forget about that in like a year. I'm not making that up. Wait, when was Febreze invented, Venetia? Aha! Venetia. There you go. The end. Look forward to Parasite Eve 2. But they won't address this at all because Parasite Eve 2 is about a virus. Thank. Well, apparently I got it on the list. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a hold of a copy of that game. Maybe it's on PSN. That might be where I got it. Okay, so... Here, concept, Hironobu Sakaguchi. Yeah. No, we're not done yet, I'm afraid. Although we could kind of, you know... Just... So, the last bit of content in the game is the Chrysler Building and the New Game Plus. So in order to get to New Game Plus, we have to actually get through the entire first act of the game and get to the point where we have the overworld access. Then we could get to the Chrysler Building. The Chrysler Building has 77 floors. There is no save point except after killing a boss. The floor layout is randomized each time you go through. Each floor has both an armory and an elevator. Every 10 floors there is a boss. They drop elevator keys. Elevators cannot be used without their keys. There are 20 different hallway types. It does all sorts of stuff. If you beat a boss, it removes all enemies from their floors. And... all of the bosses, for the most part, are palette swaps. We've got the alligator, the black widow, the centipede, the triceratops, the cockroach, the crab boss thing. Scroll down a little bit here. The queen bee, that's a new one. And at the very, very top, we fight Maya. Dun dun dun. She has 40,000 HP. See, the funny thing is I did review the Chalice Dungeon just kind of off camera. I did do quite a few Chalice Dungeon stuff, and then I did some research on what it would take to really do all of it, and with that, I formulated my opinion on it. Maya has the ability to teleport and float, blah, 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 blah. Her physical attacks hit for hundreds of damage. I need to beat the game. I probably got copywronged for that. Her attacks inflict stiffness, which is the roots, and ignore armor. They also have a Fallen 1 attack and a 400 damage combo strike. This actually mentions the trick about changing your armor, so that's cute. Also use the 300 junk weapon, which we are super not getting. You can also refight her and redo the Chrysler Building in order to grind up. So it's a grind dungeon. I'm leaning towards no. I'm leaning towards telling Huthor that he's awesome, but he doesn't watch my streams anymore, which makes me very sad. But that's okay. I wouldn't either. See, the thing is, as absolutely weird as it sounds, I'm not sure that a grind dungeon is necessarily a negative. This looks reasonably competently constructed. There's plenty of items in there. There's lots of enemies, which also go away once you're done with them, right? Like once you beat the boss. The bosses have escalation, and they also drop nice stuff. Like, this looks like the place you go to level. So I shouldn't use the word grind. That's my fault. They also drop cards and like stuff like super tools and rockets. And once you get them, you have access to that floor and onwards. The catch is, it's 77 floors, and the final boss looks like bull crap. And you can refight the final boss if you want to, if you're absolutely insane. You can also turn in 300 junk, and it is 300, by the way, in order to buy a gun. Now, here's the really funny part. You can pick a specific gun, or You can tell him to give you a random gun, in which case he gives you a crap gun. No, seriously, I'm not making that up. By the way, thank you, Huthor. As always. Crusader Kings 3, you got it. That's true of Unfalkenstein. But, I mean, you could gamble to get garbage or the best gun, or the best rifle, or you could just get a really good handgun. And just say, screw it. Yeah, the DE50AE7 is what you get if you go for the handgun. I think at best, I would give the Chrysler building a wash. I think that's the ceiling for me. What are we thinking? Because, yeah, I mean, it could be worse. It could be that damn dungeon via Infinito from 10-2. It is a chore to go through, which is just sloggy and bad. Whether or not it's mandatory does not mitigate a negative, as we always said. Just because something's optional doesn't make it, good. It doesn't mitigate a negative. But it looks like it's at least in terms of design. And yeah, it's just a gameplay exhibition, basically. It's there for people who want the gameplay. I think I'm willing to give that one a wash. Especially since I really don't want to go through the entire first stage just to get there. And, I mean, I still need to do a rumination on this stupid game. So, I will officially say no on cheats. Yay! Alright. Alright. So I actually already have the audit sheet up here. Let's go ahead and audit this sucker. I've been wondering what popularized the Deagle, because I know Tomb Raider certainly was a factor there. But I don't know what else was. Alright, so let's look up a few things. Who uses it in action movies, though? I mean, obviously someone does. Oh yeah, and I'm not giving a positive for the New Game Plus, because I don't think it is a sufficient New Game Plus, and it does several things I'm not fond of when it comes to New Game Plusing. Yeah, but Face Off is way more recent than the popularity of the Deagle. You know what's funny is I've heard several people use Desert Eagle as like a positive, but if they call it a Deagle, then it's a negative, right? So that's how you can always tell what someone thinks of it. If they call it a Deagle, they're being derogatory. If they're calling it a Desert Eagle, they're being positive. It's funny. There we go. Yes, I will go ahead and save my super mega death save. Why not? So it doesn't keep our level or our stats or anything, apparently. Hang on. Insert disc 1. You know what? I'm good. Let's just kill you. Get back to a bit more standard here. Whoop. That's the wrong song. It's a great song, but that's not the song I'm looking for. Thankfully, you can't hear it yet. Turn my audio back up. God, I had to turn down my entire desktop audio because of how loud that game was. Okay. What am I doing? Auditing. Yes, let's audit, shall we? Parasite Eve! I apologize in advance to everyone who likes this game. Please don't take this personally. That's really important. That's how that works. Honestly, I've said this before, there's only 2 times I've really liked the Desert Eagle in fiction, specifically. One of which is The Matrix 1. Well, then you'd be wrong, Killer Bean. Yeah, exactly, Venetia. See you around, Huthor, whenever we get there, probably next week. One is in the Matrix 1, the agents. There's just something logical, and they don't do it all the time, unfortunately, but I love the idea of an agent being able to fire a Desert Eagle without recoil. That is just a wonderful, tiny little bit of visual storytelling. Like, if I was reviewing The Matrix, like, that scene would get a positive for the fact that his hand doesn't move from the discharge of a Desert Eagle. That's awesome. The other's Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. It just kind of tracks with her, you know. Okay, so let's go down the story axis first. This should be relatively brief. Hey, Fringe. Yep, we're doing the audit. Animation. No. Atmosphere and tone. No. Babylon 5. No. Background lore. No. Banter. No. Branching narrative. No. Camera work. No. Characters. Yes, we give a plus for characters. Cinematics. No. Consequence storytelling. No. Cutscene incompetence. Yes. Dialogue. Pass. Doodads. No. Empty text. Not really. That's not quite that problem. Endgame and postgame has no story content to speak of. A couple of times. Speaking of which, thank you for reminding me of that. There we go. External continuity doesn't apply here, thank God. If we ever reviewed Third Birthday, we're never reviewing Third Birthday. Third Birthday would get multiple negatives to external continuity, to give you an idea of that one. Maybe even a full 3, because that's some of the worst I've ever seen. Fake drama. Not really. Foreshadowing. No. Humor. Yes, we will give a humor positive. Integration and segregation. Nope. Internal continuity. Nope. Intro. I will give the intro a positive. I haven't yet, but I've been thinking about this, especially when we watched the opera part 2. The opera, people lighting on fire, everyone being confused. Yeah, it is a good intro. It hooks you. It's like, divorce yourself from the rest of the nonsense of the game and just think, yes, Gary, of the intro by itself, and think about going to a police department, going to the opera, and then they start singing, people start bursting on fire. And it's a good hook. It's a good teaser or a cold open or whatever you want to call that. It is a good intro. As much as I think a lot of the story of this game is nonsense, I have to give it that credit. Yeah, exactly, Venetia. Like, that intro, yeah, you win on that one. Localization. Negative to localization. This has the same problem most Square games do, and by that I mean all Square games do in this era. It's just not well localized. Scroll forward a little bit here. Moments, we gave 1 negative for the clamp problem. Music direction is, for story purposes, is fine. NPC start dressing is non-existent. Outro is definitely a negative. Now, I admit that I personally really dislike the "it turns out it was man" type of message in fiction. So I am more negatively inclined towards this outro than normal. So I want you all to gauge me on this one. What do you think of the outro? Narratively, just narratively. Yeah, I don't like that thing either, Octogy. I never have. There's a reason I keep defaulting to Futurama whenever that comes up in fiction. Because I think Futurama does just the perfect utilization of that trope. On the off chance you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to pantomime it, because if I actually linked it to you, or sorry, put it on screen, I'd get copywronged. But there's an episode of Futurama where during the ending credits, they're doing a Twilight Zone, parody pastiche kind of a thing. And he's like, I'm going to combine all the genes from all of the most evil creatures in the world to create the most evil animal in the world. And then some guy walks out and says, it turns out it was man. Cut to credits. Well, if you feel like it doesn't deserve a negative, then you're wrong, French philosopher. Because what I'm actually asking is, does it deserve 2 negatives or not? I'm not joking. This is a negative. This outro's terrible. But is this 2 negatives or not? Now, if you want to talk me down to 1, I can work on that. It is a fairly quick ending. It does just kind of come out of nowhere. The book is terrible, apparently. I'm never going to read that book, apparently. It's okay. Dawkins is on it, so it's cool. So is it Rained Carter or Rain Ed Carter? Or Raned Carter? Either way, it's a cool name. Shoutouts. I think I could be talked down to 1 negative. I think that's okay. So we'll just have 1 negative for the outro for it not being a good outro. Cool. Pacing is fine. Padding, there's actually no padding narratively. Plot. Alright, so we have to have a bit of a philosophical discussion. Do we rate the plot of this game seriously or cartoonishly? We've actually had this discussion before, but it was a while ago. Because if we take the plot seriously, it's bad. But if we take it cartoonishly, then it's a wash. I mean, the plot is that mitochondria stage a revolution to try and take over the world from the nucleus. I don't know what else to say about that. Resident Evil gets away with it because Resident Evil is silly. Resident Evil is making fun of itself. And therefore, doesn't qualify. You know, it's not the same, right? I actually haven't played Dino Crisis. God, I'm gonna piss off so many people. I'm sorry, I don't like this game. So we're gonna quietly jot in a negative for the plot, because you're absolutely right. All we have to do is think about how the rest of the game is portrayed, which is trying way too hard to be serious. So... sound design, sequencing doesn't apply. Storyboarding really doesn't apply. No mechanics. Themes. Actually, no. Visual continuity, no. But we do have a visual storytelling positives, which we'll give out there. Voice acting doesn't apply. Voice direction doesn't apply. World building doesn't apply. Writing doesn't actually apply. I'm reminded of a comment I made about Metal Gear Solid 3. Now, I tend to like it when you explain stuff in fiction. That's kind of one of my priorities when it comes to fiction. But at the same time, there's a very specific slice of don't explain it, don't acknowledge it, which I tend to appreciate. What I mean by that is in Metal Gear Solid 3, spoilers, there's just magic and spirits and the dead. No explanation given. Now, the thing is, in order to make that work, they have to treat it a very specific... They can't just do it. They have to treat it just as seriously as it needs to be, but they need to not wink at the camera about it, and they need to not have that moment. They just need to have it be there and move on, which is what they do in Metal Gear Solid 3, specifically. I would rather they had done that with this, rather than having multiple lengthy scenes trying to explain what's going on. It's just, well, okay, let's go. Right? And then they deal with it. Anyways. I know, nailed it. Moving on. Oh yeah, actually, zombies in The Walking Dead is not a bad example of that. Because if you actually start to break down how zombification works in The Walking Dead, it tends to get into nonsense territory. We've actually talked about that when we've streamed Telltale's The Walking Dead. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with that. Nobody's gonna like me after today, but that's okay. That's okay. I can live with that. I don't want to live with that, but it's not like I have a choice. I mean, what are my options, right? I can lie, which I'm really, really bad at it. If I was to compare Parasite Eve to a cult movie, Evil Dead 1, I think, is the one I'm thinking of. The one that's trying a little bit too hard to be just really edgy and gross and gory and horror-y and just is kind of as a result. As opposed to Evil Dead 2, which is I think the one I'm thinking of, which decided to embrace the camp, and it was a much better movie for it. I might be thinking of the wrong movies. Please forgive me. Yeah, we don't even talk about the trees. We're not even talking about that. Alright, so... negative 1 to story. Alright, moving on. So... I might be thinking of Army of Darkness. Well, I mean, I know Army of Darkness, because I actually enjoy that movie. But I've only seen Evil Dead 1 and 2, like, once. No, we're not playing 2, sorry. It's something that's been tossed around, but it's not even on the list right now, Bruticus. Sorry, Brutictus. Brutictus? Am I saying that right? We're definitely not playing Third Birthday. I might veto if someone donated towards Third Birthday, because I have played Third Birthday. Ugh. Anyways, okay, so gameplay. So, yeah, music, obvious, duh, yes, the music is legit in this game. I mean, of course it freaking is. It's Yoko Shimomura. Fringe Philosopher likes Third Birthday. Would you care to explain to me? And I'm sorry, that sounds accusatory. I never mean it that way. I never mean that as an accusation. What possible good could you find from Third Birthday is what I'm asking. But take that in a non-accusatory fashion, Fringe Philosopher. What I'm asking is as curiosity. It's like someone coming up to me and saying, I like eating dirt. And I'm like, why? So what do you like about eating dirt? Fringe Philosopher, I'm really curious because I don't understand. I am too stupid to understand that. Like, I don't know how else to phrase that question. I've thought about that over the years. I've never come up with a better way to... Yeah, it's black licorice is probably a better way to put it. Instead of dirt. How could you possibly like black licorice is basically what I'm asking. Now, I know, lots of people like black licorice. It makes me vomit. Not hyperbolically. Not like as a metaphoric thing. It actually legitimately hits my real physical gag reflex. So I'm not making that up. I'm not being hyperbolic for the sake of exaggeration or trying to make a point. Black licorice makes me want to puke. So, if someone tells me they really like black licorice, my first reaction is going to be, why? Now, that doesn't mean it's bad, and that's why I wanted to clarify the tone there, French Fly. That's why it's not accusatory. Because, of course, people like black licorice. I know, like, 3 people personally like black licorice. I don't understand it, but they do. Well, nope, see, those are valid, French Philosopher, those are valid. I'll admit I don't remember the gameplay of Third Birthday, and I noticed you are mentioning almost entirely gameplay stuff. So maybe it's got a decent gameplay, I don't know. Most of what I remember about Third Birthday is the story, which we've already discussed during this stream. Animations don't really add to combat, there's no audio spam to speak of, there's no auto battle. Alternate leveling mechanics. I'm actually going to put a plus there, or rather I already have, for the gun customization, which is actually pretty legit, and actually kind of awesome. Backtracking. I'm going to pass on that because there's not really backtracking in the traditional sense of the word. Bestiary doesn't exist. Bosses. I'm just going to call that a wash. Bugs. We did soft lock once. There's no builds. There's no built-in cheats. The camera. I know a lot of people who like Chrono Cross. Now, I am not one of those people. But no judgment. Because Chrono Cross just didn't hit any checkboxes for me personally, that's all. It's also worth noting I haven't played Chrono Cross since it came out, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. That's not true. I haven't played Chrono Cross except for one time when I did the optional ending, which was 2004, I want to say, when I did that. And I hated it, but the point is I haven't played it in a very long time. So I can't actually say if Chrono Cross is black licorice or coffee or anything because I just haven't played it in so long. Same thing with Xenogears. I haven't played Xenogears since it came out, so you know, all I have is really, 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 really bad memories of it, so that doesn't really apply. Let's put that under controls. Core combat is actually pretty good. Core mechanics, yep, the transfer thing is really cool. The difficulty curve remained legit the whole time. I'm actually surprised by that. I really am. Let's go forward a little bit here. Encounter rate was actually pretty good. Encounters were pretty decent. Enemy variety, no. Endgame or postgame, that's the Chrysler building, which we've decided to wash. So we're just going to leave that as a wash. Xenogears' story is about people who like to think they know what philosophy is, and then try to tell you through it through bad translations. There we go, that's Xenogears in a nutshell. I would actually tell you the story of the Xenogears right now, but I can't do that without extremely massive spoilers, so forgive me for not spoiling on an unrelated stream. There was no grinding to speak of, so that's not a negative. Guidance and flow of exploration. I have given that negative, unfortunately. Info in game. That's already a negative I've given. Intro. I'm actually going to give the intro a positive from a gameplay perspective. It's probably the best dungeon in the game. See you around, Lex, bro. Yeah, Resident Arc is currently, or has finished, going through Xenogears. I haven't watched any of that because I don't like Xenogears. But Resident Arc is cool, so I can plug that pretty much. Scroll forward a little bit here. Oh, they're doing Mass Effect, so I guess they finished Xenogears, though. Suikoden 3 is actually on the list. Oh, they're covering FFT now. That'll be interesting. FFT sounds more like my wheelhouse than theirs, because FFT is just real-life politics. Which, you know, yeah, I can do that. I'm debating how many negatives the outro gets, gameplay-wise. Any thoughts on that before I move forward? Progression curve is good, positive there. This game does not get a replayability positive. Let's go forward a little bit. Yeah, exactly, Venetia. Outro gameplay would be, you know, you fighting the final boss fight and the escape through the ship. That's the outro in this case. Alright, just updating the sheet here. It isn't super necessary to update the spreadsheet, but it helps for future reviews. That's the whole reason I do it. If I could just glance and say, oh, well, I gave 2 pluses to this or 3 negatives to this to another game just like that. I mean, it's the whole point of the cross-reference, right? Outro. Not that I'm aware of, Venters. You get to keep 1 weapon and 1 piece of armor from your previous playthrough. Well, the final boss is part of the outro, which is why I've been sitting on it, Darth Tyrant. Yeah, Liberation... I mean, it's possible to beat the final boss without Liberation. It's not something I would do. You'll notice I went in with a very specific and careful plan of action, knowing exactly what I was doing. Liberate the first phase to get it over with. Let the phase transition allow my regen to get back to normal. Regen up to full and kill the second phase normally. And then Liberation the third phase, right? Just... We actually still came extremely close to dying, despite that. But that's whatever. It's not a good boss fight, which is not enough for an outro. And then there's the freaking escape from the ship, which is extraordinarily easy to permanently die in a way that you can't do anything about. And God help you if you didn't save at that save point back at the top of the ship. Daniel should be thankful I gave him a positive. Because I did. I know what you mean. How do I say it? Brutictus? Is that right? I mean, I could see how I could do it without Liberation. It would just require a bit of a restructuring and burning all my mana on living instead of killing, which... that works. But there's a second T. Like right there, I've rechecked it 3 times to make sure I'm not seeing things. Brutictus. I can say Bruticus. I'm fine with saying that. There's a second T. I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to say the name right. I'm barely failing at it. It's a silent T. It's okay. It's okay. The silent T. Got it. Well, in that case, you're a Transformer, but that's okay, because Bruticus was awesome. It's okay, my name's Lore Runners. What the hell do I know? Some of my character names include names like Noxaith, and, I don't know, what's another random one? I don't know another one. Oh, sorry, Laura Runner. So I'm not going to be nice, and I'm not going to be mean. The goal is ever and always to be fair. And I think I'm going to give 2 negatives to the outro. Yeah, I want to say Rened, but that's because I'm stupid. Well, no, the goal is always to be fair. And that's why I really sat on that one for a minute. But what really pushed me is, even if the escape sequence didn't exist, then I would go ahead and give the outro a negative, because I don't think that last boss is worth it. Is good. I think it has its issues and its flaws. So then you add the escape sequence, and that's what pushes it into 2 territory. If that makes any sense. So that's a -1, -6. Oh my god, I'm gonna get roasted alive. Alright, let's figure out its golden number, shall we? I love being roasted. Just like the people in the game. Let's see here. Parasite Eve. How long is this game? This was a 12.47 hour game. Roasted with white phosphorus. Will it be? Will it be? I stood a little bit too close. Yeah, my guesses on time continue to be accurate within usually about 2 or 3 hours, so I'd say that's pretty good. Okay, so hang on. So 4 divided by 9. And 8 divided by, what is that, 22? It's also not good. Listen, nobody likes Titus, okay? Even though it should be Titus. If we ever do an FF10 theater, I'm going to have them voice his name like it's Titus. Alright. Drum roll. Let's see who won. So anybody who guessed a positive, you're wrong. Let's just start with that. Let's just get that out there. Let's see. It looks like Nexus of Concordia. Oh, no. Darth Tyron came extraordinarily close. It looks like. Yep, Darth Tyron, you were off by 0.01. For shame. So Darth Tyron, you win. If you're there. If you're not, I'll bug you on Discord later. But I'll jot down right now. So I can keep a note of that. Yeah, the net score is -4.01. Please don't kill me. I'm going to go ahead and try to come up with something to say about this in the rumination. I think I know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to try to talk about the game, the story as little as possible. And I'm going to discuss the gameplay and why I think people like this. Tomorrow at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Wow. No, we're not doing that. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. I need sleep sometime. At 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will begin Metal Gear Solid 1. Which is probably not going to score very well either. And I'm really scared about that one too. So I hope to see at least some of you tomorrow. Good evening.